Y te metes con mi team y te cargo la calaca, motherfucker. Si pues te sabes que laca. Dando la matraca.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad? Like this? Yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There. Now, hold the pose.
Todo bien, todo fine, andamos online, todo bien.
Valió verga, le manda y viene. Todos corran rápido, un video se me ATN. Provoca que todos me quieran chupar el pene. Mucho pene, puto el nene. Lloriqueando por envidia de lo que no tiene. Por el copión, una que se te condene. Tiran mucho aceite, pero aceite me. LMAR, ya valió verga, le manda y viene. Todos corran rápido, un video se me ATN. Provoca que todos me quieran chupar el pene. Puto pene, puto nene. Lloriqueando por envidia de lo que no tiene. Por el copión, una que se te condene. Tiran mucho aceite, pero aceite me. Ey, MC de fábrica, quiero que duro como si fuera metálica. Que loco desde moro repartimos tal itálica. Con mi santa muerte y mis frutas de cerámica. Suerte en botánica, vale verga, quiero formar un metro. Se me fue, bro, pero regreso, carnal. Ey, MC de fábrica, quiero que duro como si fuera metálica. Que loco desde moro repartimos tal itálica. Con mi santa muerte y mis frutas de cerámica. Suerte en botánica, vale verga, quiero formar otro gallo que no quiera hierba. Ese morro investó, ahora no escribo si no fumo para ser honesto. No me concentro, no duermo, no como, pero claro que el micro lo tomo cada que lo tomo. Cada que lo tomo. Cada que lo tomo.
Hey, yeah. I'm on. Borough Mafia, Mr. Rap. Music Station, what's up? Hey.
Y cuando todo se acabe me encontraré por el aire con calaveras y rosas. Voy a traer un desmadre, tus besos quiero tatuar. Y tú queriéndome hasta odiarme. La mejor mota que fuma mi flota. Tiro 420, con Brown trae la pelota. Controla el esférico. Y esta vez loca por el perico.
You're definitely going to jail.
LMAN, ya valió verga, le manda y viene. Todos corran rápido, un video se me ATN. Provoca que todos me quieran chupar el pene. Mucho pene, puto el nene. Lloriqueando por envidia de lo que no tiene. Por el copión, una que se te condene. Tiran mucho aceite, pero aceite me. LMAN, ya valió verga, le manda y viene. Todos corran rápido, un video se me ATN. Provoca que todos me quieran chupar el pene. Puto pene, puto nene. Lloriqueando por envidia de lo que no tiene. Por el copión, una que se te condene. Tiran mucho aceite, pero aceite me.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment. compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives...
Todos en la cuadra bien locos, agarrando cotochino pa' darle fuego al otro. Todos en la cuadra bien locos. Los vecinos ni se penan, saben que estoy con nosotros. Todos en la cuadra bien locos, agarrando cotochino pa' darle fuego al otro.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
Mundialmente conocido, siempre he sido descarado. Si de nunca lo escondido,
Make care to your own preparations without bringing another frown or meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear. Go and see them with me. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the time before I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you.
Conocidos por ser súbditos de la sustancia. Un gallo cada 15 minutos me calman las ansias. Que tranza, cuando empezamos va bien en la panza. Y ahora de tanto trabajar el banquero se cansa. De morro quería ser cholo y hoy sueño con ser un ídolo. Fumo tanto que debería estar verde como pícoro. Chamaco de calibre grueso, si lo dudas pídelo. Guacha con quien me junto, los más pesados de México. Ya, el cachorro más. Chamaco crecido en la tierra del peyote. Saludos a San Lío, nacimos puros locotes. Joker, que ando triste pa' no se equivoque. Poncha, prende, rola el toque. Tomamos la delantera, saludos a la bandera. Prendidos por la loquera, mi clavo en la sudadera. Tequila para brindar por tomar la ciudad entera. 6 porros en la guantera, viajando en la carretera. Y la peli es verdadera, fuera suena tan. Ando prendido con Darius, mi carnal Santa Fe Clan. El género ya está unido, bien grifo con el secán. Soy de sangre mexicana y yo la voy a levantar, neto. Yo la voy a levantar, ma. RV, ya.
Todos en la cuadra bien locos, agarrando cotochino pa' darle fuego al otro. Todos en la cuadra bien locos, los vecinos ni se penan, saben que estoy con nosotros. Todos en la cuadra bien locos,
And so the day has finally come.
pa' darle fuego al otro. Todos en la cuadra bien locos,
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms. As loyal as your dog. Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the great.
Our blades are the only thing keeping these dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
One might think you had a proper master of arms. The best. Are you already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery will get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart. I would be up for that. A little last-minute training couldn't hurt. In that case, Otto here is going to be your training plan. Go! Fight with honor!
El tiempo pasará, que pase mañana solo Dios sabrá. Algunas personas se irán, aunque duela aceptarlo, algún día lo verás. Estoy consciente de que a veces fallo y eso lo acepto, pero luego recuerdo que nadie es perfecto y que la vida solo es cosa de un momento, porque así es esto. No me retracto si me encuentran en el acto, que voy a quedarme solo como cuando tenía 4, siempre durando palos, siempre me recibían cuando quisiera llegar. Luego empecé con los vicios, me pusieron mal la cara, luego cambié a la música y fui un par de alas, que estoy volando muy lejos. Hay donde me sea viejo, hasta que me abren los espejos, mucho más allá de lo complejo. Solo de mis abuelos escucho los consejos, o porque creen que saben y hablo. Muchos escuchan, pocos saben de lo que les hablo. Inhalo y exhalo, trato de olvidar los problemas que muy por dentro me queman. No sé qué hay en mitad de me voy a escapar quizás, porque el tiempo se va, el viento me guiará, yo no sé el destino a dónde me llevará. Bien loco y no fue tal vez mañana será, que al final de todo nada me quedará. El viento me guiará, yo no sé el destino a dónde me llevará. Bien loco y no fue tal vez mañana será, que al final de todo nada me quedará.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilian are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old gods is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding?
Otro que hoy estrena nuevo coche, de la muerte no se salvará ninguno. Este mi ciudad, desde rojo en el semáforo, las balas volando, el par de vientos encadenados, infancia soñando sábanas de las aceras, labios de mujeres por papel de la canción, con la maldición de todo el mundo. Pero no a todos les alcanza.
Hay quienes mueren, que no mueren, quienes mueren, quienes mueren.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Como el frente al viejo.
Políticos, dólares, monedas, billetes y pesos, lo distingue raza
Extra, extra, me dan las noticias, a veces un nuevo aviso.
I need to make my farewell signs. I'll go and meet up with Kurt in the city office.
Pues aquí comienza.
Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times.
Sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear you. You remind me so much of your father. I miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Brian, my child. Alas, there is nothing we can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me to you. They say the island is full of miracles. Maybe we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It's time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
Dame dinero.
A family heirloom. Something that take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck.
Regando lo blanco, se sabe desde hace un vergo la mano que mueve el barco. Hoy no hace falta y me alegro, pues venimos del barranco. Si tú vales lo que tienes, yo soy con un cheque en blanco. Es que el dinero es una maldición que todo el mundo quiere.
Pero no tan...
Alcanza, hay quienes lo ganan, quien lo roba, quienes matan, quienes mueren. Mientras sobreviva la esperanza, poli, al médico, grande, al chico, de pobres, a rico, obreros, políticos, dólares, monedas, billetes y pesos.
You can see the masts of the ship that will be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. Parliament's too This is your demand. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supply?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Qué chulada, así como me gustan sin vergüenza y alocada. No recuerdo su nombre, solo su cuerpo y
Where would you like to be? I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Ptolemy and the Bridge Alliance before I depart. Their dwellings are not far from me. We could go there first.
Very well. You think Constantine will be waiting for us?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Dijo que sí, en la cara o en la boca, donde tú quieras, papi. Esta noche solo vine para complacerte a ti. Solo pide lo que quieras por el tiempo que esté aquí. Me parece más que bien, mujer. Ahora quítate la tanga y vamos a coger. Me dijiste que te tienes que como a las 6. Alcanzamos otros 3, no hay tiempo que perder. Vamos a ver, toda la noche en el museo. Mil mejos en tu boca, marcadas y hasta videos. Los cuantos de trofeos al chile ni me la creo. Me la estoy pasando el chivo haciendo todo lo que quiero. De vuelta al cotorreo, vamos por una cerveza. Su toque
been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teerfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up the celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union, and of course, exchanges today, each day.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. If those bigots...
But have you...
From direct...
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Teerfredi for much longer than we have.
It is, alas, it is a luxury. The vegetation we discovered, some are best, but you...
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, To what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Teerfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not—
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to— I only regret—
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather—
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The Prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by— We follow the teachings of Matthias, and give thanks each day to the high—
I've heard—
Ah, the—
What's your point of view? How is Thélème fair? How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Which leaves us—
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Greetings, Your Excellency. I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
The merchant is there.
Motherfucker, te voy a llevar a Calaca.
I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Me vale verga. Soy el puto líder.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me?
I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking? Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin, by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its number.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Teofredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the port.
What do you think of our port?
You referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
What will be your official title on Teofredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor. Nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Anchor.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is... The Malicor is slowly killing our city. More and more businesses are closing.
What?
To my help! And death to the others!
Fight, you bunch of cowards!
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Come closer now. Don't be afraid. Come all. Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous of... Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malicor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malicor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance. And there he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him? I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But, as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But, if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart. Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't been able to sort them out. I regret I don't have the sum you are asking for.
Either you repair it...
That's ridiculous.
Perhaps.
Very well. I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
I beg your pardon, sir, but you are not my master. Moreover, the attendant at the guard was quite specific, saying this affair should be handled with extreme discretion. So I seriously doubt that you'll be wanting to drag us in front of a judge. That would stir up the muck.
Whatever is he talking about, Kurt?
Your guess is as good as mine.
This is preposterous. Your master is a thief. I have no patience for bandits and robbers. Either you give us back what's ours, or we'll take it.
Your idea of diplomacy isn't all that different from my own.
To the devil with ya.
Since you leave us no choice.
The merchant's clerk isn't hearing your arguments. The only thing left is a show of strength. Sorry, Greenblood. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have gotten you mixed up in this.
Motherfucker.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene.
Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Ah, que la verga, hombre, que no estoy jugando.
If you have any idea who I am, don't put up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
This man is going to bring the guard out if he keeps shouting like that. We should have gotten rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later.
Oi! Where do you think you're going? You're in our territory.
I'm looking for my cousin, and it would seem that he is in this building.
That very well could be. We have had a guest since yesterday. A regular ladies' man in golden stitches.
That would fit the bill. I have no idea how he earned such a kind invitation, but...
Being born into silk sheets doesn't give him the right to insult his fellow man, or to show disrespect.
We know this sort only too well. Used to everyone doing whatever he says. But they're always a lot friendlier having learned their little lesson. Isn't that right, Chief?
That's right. But lessons have a price. So, if you want your drunkard back...
How much do you want?
With such bountiful attire, he must be the son of a wealthy family. He must be worth a fortune.
It's just that I don't have a sum like that on my person.
Then I'd be quick to go and fetch it. And then would be inclined to free your cousin. Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And I valued your friendship. But I thought you were referring to another kind of company. And to be honest, you and Constantine aren't exactly my type. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Sworn through? Is your hat out of style?
It's not possible just now.
¿Dónde puta está la tienda esa? A lo mejor si reparo eso. It's blocked. It's blocked. ¿Dónde putas es? Me perdí, me perdí.
To my help, and death to the others! Carry him on, You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Have a nice day, sire.
Selection, whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
I'm gonna go home. Nope.
With coin. There was a coin guard with him who didn't seem any too friendly. We're taking a big risk, don't you think?
He wanted to bargain, didn't he? What are you worried about? Something against easy money? And as for the coin guard, he might be upper echelon, but he's totally outnumbered.
I don't have the key. Locked.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you, I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Vale, verga.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt?
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
¿Dónde puto está la ropa ese pendejo? Pues, échate a la verga.
It's not possible just now.
Encontré la ropa de ese pendejo.
To my help!
¡Muévete a la chingada! No seas mamón, ¿dónde puta está? Está arriba. Aquí está. ¿No? What the fuck? Que la verga, pues.
Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
I will think about it.
As you wish, but don't wait long. It won't last forever.
To my help! Come here, things are about to get dicey!
Stop! I beg of you!
He seems to have grown wiser all of a sudden.
Yes, yes! Don't hit me anymore!
Very well. I'm counting on you to deliver this merchandise as quickly as possible.
Yes, good sir. I'll take care of it immediately.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels. I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Quítate a la verga, hombre. ¿Cómo estorban a la verga? Mineral de hierro en bruto. Hijos de su puta madre, cómo cagan la verga, hombre.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began people stopped going out of their homes. And then, thank people was oil. Yeah, but that's nothing.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tearful.
Right.
How is business going these days?
The Malicor and the night. Now.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Este güey está robando las propinas, güey. Motherfucker, se te ve parece la calaca.
Are your boots worn through? Is your...
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tir-Fredi as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Mete acá. No.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
get dicey.
You cannot pass. Only the Nauts have access to the prison. You cannot pass. Only the Nauts have access to the prison.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Me lleva toda la puta verga, pues entonces ¿qué puedo abrir?
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Can't you make an exception?
No. Sorry, sir. Move along, please. Now!
Very well. I'm going.
You cannot pass.
No, güey. ¿Cómo que se lo puse a él?
Orders haven't changed.
Very well. I'm going.
¿Cómo pito lo hago? ¿Cómo lo hago? ¿Cómo lo hago? ¿Cómo lo hago? ¿Quién verga me va a atacar? A ver, ¿quién verga me va a atacar?
Orders haven't
Very well, I'm going.
Orders haven't changed, you know.
Very well, I'm going.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nord. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right? Come on now. Let me out. You promised. Please.
¿Cómo lo libero?
Orders
Very well. I'm going.
Orders haven't changed.
Very well. I'm going.